Well, maybe not. Maybe we're good. We're good enough. All right, let me get the YouTube side squared away real quick. Give me just a minute here. Hope everybody's doing good. What the heck is today? Sunday, I think. Something like that, anyhow. All right, edit video. So we're doing our dining room purge, I believe, number 6 today. And bear with me, I'm almost done. Just setting subscriber mode on the YouTube side. Okay, should be good to go there. And hopefully this time YouTube doesn't have like a random shutdown. I don't know what happened last time. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, well, maybe I should have, because on Niknax it still showed I was connected to YouTube, so I didn't try disconnecting. Hey, fancy lady. But I didn't try disconnecting it and then reconnecting it, and maybe that's what I should have done. I don't know, but on the YouTube side of my last live sale, it like froze for the last few minutes and then ended at 45 minutes. I don't know. It's like I said last time, guys, technology and I, it's a mutual hatred, I think, at this point. I just do the best I can with it. So tonight I wanted to start off with a bunch of the stuff that I've recently picked up and then kind of see where we're at time-wise and everything, and run some of my other stuff that we've kind of seen in the past. I did bring up a dish. I'm probably going to run it first from the basement. And some of you brass and metal folks, if you are in the room tonight, I found a few pieces downstairs that I thought were pretty cool and maybe worth bringing up and showing you guys and running if y'all are interested in it. So this first one that we're going to run. Oh, and let me tell you this before we get going. I do combined shipping. I do not charge you for boxes, shipping supplies, any of that stuff. Whatever you pay for shipping is just what it costs for the postal people to physically bring it to you. So there's that. If you're on the YouTube side, you are welcome to hang out and watch the show and everything. I enjoy having everybody attend and hang out. But if you do want to get in on the bidding, you have to come over to the Niknax side, and there should be a QR code towards the bottom of the screen usually that you can follow, and it'll bring you directly over into the sale. If you're new to district and stuff, it'll make you register real quick, but I think that only takes a few minutes. So just heads up there. But we'll get started on this first piece. So this is technically an ashtray. I'm going to call it a trinket dish, but if we're going to be technical about it, it's a vintage ashtray. It's made in Japan, and that's the mark on it. There's probably, a tiny bit of wear to like some of the paint and stuff on here, but this is entirely hand painted, and it's got an orange rim. I don't believe there's any chips or cracks. I see a tiny bit of paint wear here and there to the orange rim, but there's no chips or cracks. And I do not even see crazing on it. Just to give you a rough estimate on how big it is, it's about 6 inches long and 4 inches wide. Let me weigh it real quick. About half a pound. All right, let me make sure we're set up in here. Let's change that. And let's change the box size here. All right, update listing. Okay. Yes, BD, I have brass. I'll show you guys some. I have a couple pieces that I've shown you guys before, but I was in the basement earlier and I found a couple more brass pieces made in India, and then a couple other metal pieces. They're more like pot metal. You'll see, but they're cool. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. I try to make sure everything gets to you guys intact. that is my primary goal when I send it out. All right, starting at $10. Really cute, vintage. Technically an ashtray, but we're going to go with trinket dish. Made in Japan. It's hand painted. There's no chips, cracks, or crazing to it. But I saw this piece downstairs this afternoon, and I thought, I wonder if someone would like that. All right. Let me grab one of the brass pieces since we keep talking about it. Let me just grab one real quick. Okay. So one of them is this little pot thing. He's got a piece of hair on it. He's got some dust on the inside. Let me grab my flashlight. I forgot. That was kind of useful last time. To be able to kind of like show you guys a little better. Well, maybe. Down inside of it. It's a little dusty. I'll dust it out for you. This one doesn't say made in India on it, but I would venture to say that's probably where it was made. But I just love this. It's like bamboo, I think, is supposed to be the design on it. So let me weigh it real quick. It's a little less than a pound. All right, let me get a set up here. Restart auction. Edit. And actually, I think we're good on all the rest of that. Okay. All right. So it was a little bit less than a pound. And let me tell you, I think it's about 3 inches, 3.5 inches in diameter. Probably stands about 2.5 inches tall. You don't see on my end the option to bid. There's nothing here. Uh-oh. Well, hold on. If nothing happens with it, we'll rerun it. Yeah. Okay. Let me remove it from the stage. Move it back to the stage. Yeah, try going out and come back in. Yeah, I feel like it might be a weird, maybe, what would be the right word? Faux pas or something, like something weird on the Niknax side. Try going out and coming back in, and I will run something else real quick because I know you're interested in that piece. Let me get me a piece of tape ready. Okay, you guys, I'm going to run this little cow dish. Now, he's dusty. He needs cleaning. I'm not going to lie. He needs a little bit of cleaning. But I'm assuming he's a covered sugar. I'm not really sure. He is marked on the bottom. Ceramica. And I think it says DIACATI, or yeah, maybe TI. I don't know. I can't entirely make it out, but it has that mark on it. And then it has whatever this mark is. Like, I look at it and I feel like it's made in Japan, but I don't know. I picked this one up in Savers the other day. Little tape residue on there. I see a little bit of crazing on it, but no chips or cracks. He's got, well, I'm lying. He's got a tiny flea bite to the glaze right there. And let me check over his head real good. Again, I see crazing, but no chips, cracks thus far. Oh, tiny flea bite to the glaze on the very top of the sunflower. All right, but that looks like the extent of it. He's otherwise just flipping adorable. Is that what you guys think he was? Like a covered sugar? That's what makes sense to me. All right. Was I good to go otherwise? No, I think I have to hit restart auction. Okay, now it'll let me edit the item. There we are. Okay, let me see how much he weighs. Just over a pound. All right. And let me fix this box. It has been a day, y'all. Hoo-wee. It has been a day. All right. I think we should be good. All right. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. And I will clean him up and remove his dust unless you would like me to leave it on there. But an adorable little cow with a hay cart, a sunflower cart, some kind of cart. All right. Set you guys down. Why don't we run these candlesticks real quick? I picked these up at the Olathe Goodwill, I think. And, you know, I Google Lens them, and I was seeing results anywhere from like Heisey and Westmoreland and all this stuff. And then I saw results for Anchor Hawking. And I feel like, I could be wrong, but I would, if I had to guess, I would probably say Anchor Hawking. But I could be totally wrong. I think I saw results saying like Heisey. Basically, I think it's one of those pieces where like everybody made a similar design kind of thing. Let me weigh them real quick. All right, they're just over a pound. Restart auction. Everything else should be good on them. All right, so they need, I'm going to remove, like they have some excess bits of wax in here. Oh, you just watched that video? Yeah. I'm running the stuff that I've just recently found first, and then we'll see how far we get and stuff, and then I'll run some additional stuff if we have some time. But there's some little bits of wax and stuff. I'll clean that stuff out for you. And let me check them over. As far as I remember, there was no chips or cracks. That one's good. This one's good. I like the form of these, and I like that they have the little handle on them like that too. And it's even, you know, it's got like a little design to the handle as well. So I thought they were adorable. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. You got the pair of, I don't know, go with any glass company you want to. I'm saying not Fire King, probably Anchor Hawking, which is the same thing, but you know. All right. BD, are you back in here? I'm watching for you to come back. Okay, you guys, somebody tell me what this is. I picked this up at, again, I think the Olathe Goodwill. And the reason I picked it up is because I loved the glaze on it. And it's kind of got this like weird, you know, formed thing. It's an art pottery piece. But this part here that looks like it would be a lid to the jar, it is adhered. It doesn't come off. It is signed. I think it's upside down. Hold on. It is signed on the bottom. I think it says maybe Skinner or Skimmer, but then it's also got that mark right there, a little happy face guy. So I don't know what the point of this piece is other than just that it's beautiful and it's decorative. But as far as like functionality outside of that, I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful. Let me hit restart auction. You're back, BD. All right, give me just a minute. I'm going to run this piece, and then I will run that little brass piece again for you. Let me make sure we're all set. Oh, I got to weigh it. That would help. All right, right at about a pound. Okay, cool. I think we're good. It is beautiful. And I'm a sucker for the drip glaze, guys. I don't know. I love it. And I love that like sea foamy kind of look. And I don't know. It was just beautiful. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Beautiful decorative piece. Do I have any art or paintings? I do have some. I think most of what I have, at least right back here, you guys have seen. I may go look. I have some stuff over there. I do have a poster over there that I think maybe somebody would like. But it's one that I probably would remove from the frame and not feel bad about it because the frame is like a cheapy kind of frame. It's a vintage frame, but I think it would look better in a nicer frame. And it's more like poster material. So I could roll it up, and I have those like super hard cardboard tubes that I could put it into so it would safely arrive. But yeah, I'll show that to you guys. I think that's how I would ship that, because otherwise it's about 4 feet long if I sent it in the frame, first of all. Yeah, I think that one in particular. Now, things like, you know, oil paintings and stuff like that, obviously those you don't really want to roll up because you'll like crack the paint and all, you know, you'll cause issues. But some stuff like posters, I'm more comfortable doing, you know, like rolling it up and stuff. All right, BD, let me get us set up here again with this piece. I think everything in here was okay. What did it weigh again? Yeah, we were good. Actually, yeah, no, we were good. All right. So this piece here, for anybody that wasn't in here with us a little bit ago, is a brass piece. It's not marked on the bottom. It kind of maybe looks like it originally had a sticker, possibly. I would imagine it's made in India. This is intended to look like bamboo. I'm not positive the intended purpose of this. It is dusty on the inside, and I will dust that out to the best of my ability for you guys. Did you buy the cat in the thumbnail of your 2 videos ago? The cat. Oh, that cat. No, I didn't. I left it. And I left it because, not even because of the price, because half of his tail was gone. And I think like his arm he was pretty damaged. So that's why I left him. But he was still so stinking cute. I thought he was good thumbnail quality. I wish, Ashley, I wish I would have bought him for sure if he was in better condition, because he was really cool. Who makes him? Is it Amy Lacombe? I think makes those pieces, you know, like at the end of the whiskers, it has like the little colorful balls, you know, that kind of thing. They're very whimsical pieces that she does, typically anyway, the ones that I'm aware of. All right, so running this little brass cash pot, I don't know, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. It's definitely got some age to it. Oh, no problem. Well, now I just ruined it for you, Ashley. Now it's like I just told you the end of the movie before you saw the movie. BD, congratulations. Thank you very much. I think this piece is really cool. Oh, let me write the date on here. Oh, God, what is today? Lordy. Okay, it's the 5th. Wow. That's what kind of day it's been, y'all. That is what kind of day it has been. All right, BD. I got it marked down. Got some marker on me, too. Okay, you guys. Now, this one is from a video a little while ago, but there's some tape residue on there I missed. But I saw it sitting back here, and I had to run it. This is that Rosenthal dish, and let me show you the lid first. I have fallen on the stairs twice, not once, twice today. once carrying a gallon of water and half the water whenever it has been a day, you guys. So I'm going to show you the lid first, just for safety reasons. As far as I recall, this is in perfect condition though. And I think it's a covered sugar when I looked it up. I got this at the Bonner Springs Goodwill probably at least a couple months ago. And I almost didn't look at it. And I was just glad I did. Let me show you the mark on the bottom. What does it say? Rosenthal Studio Line, Germany, from Berlin, Design Baumann, Baumann, and I can't read it's not that I can't read cursive. That is just so tiny. I'm having trouble. But anyways, this is a beautiful little dish. There's no chips. There's no cracks. There's no crazing. There's no issue at all. It's just gorgeous. Let me weigh it real quick. All right, we're right at a pound. Let me get a setup here. Da, 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 da. Should be good otherwise. Okay, update. All right, guys, starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. And I know the light is kind of playing games with this white porcelain. I apologize. It's kind of more of a springtime design to it, but it's never too early to start doing spring stuff, right? You know? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me grab another one of those metal pieces and see if you're interested in this BD. Now, this one, it's kind of dangerous. It's kind of, these little edges here are kind of sharp. And I think that what this is, it has a lid that goes on it. And if I had to guess, I think you put like incense in there, or some sort of like incense. It's not herb, but you know what I mean? Like sage, stuff like that. Put that in there and it burns. This one here is marked India. If I can get it to show you. It's marked India right here, and then it's got some sort of like a model number or something there. But I'll wipe out as best I can what's in there. But yeah, I think that's what it was for. There's the interior of the lid. It's otherwise, I mean, in really good condition, and I love this like incised floral design on it. But I'm going to warn you, it could be considered a weapon. It is kind of sharp on the edges. Let's see here. All right. A little less than half a pound. Let me get a setup. This one, we definitely want to make a smaller box size. Oh, you booger. Come on now. There we go. It had to think about it for a second. Okay. So I'm going to go with incense burner. You know what? It kind of actually does. I don't think they go together. They're slightly different color brass. I don't know how well you guys can tell that. And it doesn't sit down there entirely, but it kind of can if you wanted to. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Again, I'm going to go with incense burner piece. I love it. I've had this for forever. I honest to God don't even remember where I got it from. I think it was out of an estate sale. So it's been a minute. It's one of those pieces I had in the basement for forever. TMCD, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let's see. Number one. All right. Got us marked here. Okay, what should we run next? Let's run this little mug guy. Okay, so he technically has a female companion with him. She was not at the store though. I don't know where she is. He was the only one there. But I thought he was still cool enough that I got him. I can't remember who made him, but anyway, he's awesome. And he is in great condition. He does have a tiny, like, little firing crack right there, but I want to show you the inside. Like, it's not a crack that goes down or anything. It looks to me like a firing crack, but I do want to point it out to you guys. But he's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Like a red clay with a speckled glaze on him. Let me restart us here. What do you weigh, bro? A little less than a pound. Okay. And we are updated, I think. Yep. Okay. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Adorable little guy. And I guess this is supposed to be his mustache, which that's a heck of a handlebar mustache, I must say. It blends right into the back of his head. Super cute piece. Okay, what do we want to do next? Oh, here, let's run these. I'm not positive who made these. It's a set of 4 of them, though. They're not marked on the base, but they're this, like, cubist pattern, and it's flat or smooth on the exterior, but you can feel the design, the ribbing on the inside of it. But I really flipping love them. And they're all in perfect condition. They're probably roughly 8-ounce glasses, like juice sort of size glasses, maybe slightly bigger. And I mean, I kept looking. I see like a mold number or model number on a couple of them, but I don't see any maker's marks. You know how on like Libby glasses, sometimes there's like that very faint L, barely there, you know, but then you'll pick up another one of them and then it's like perfectly done. And to my knowledge, they don't do anything special. No, they don't glow or anything crazy. Let me weigh them. But I love the blue. They're like an ice blue. All right, they're just a little less than 3 pounds. Let me get a sit up here. There we go. And hello to everybody joining on the YouTube side. I've got my chat open. Fancy lady, hello, how you doing? I try to remember to look over down at my phone occasionally to keep an eye on the chat. But feel free to come on over to Niknax and hang out. All right, guys, set of 4 of these ice blue cubist. I'm going to go with juice glasses. Melissa, hey, how you doing? All right. And I don't trust myself to try to hold them all up, but there's 4 of them, guys. So I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. It's hard to believe it's already Sunday. The weekend went by so quick. Just crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. So next, I had this little art glass piece. And again, it's a drip glaze, but it's stoneware. And this is incised with a guy's name. I'm assuming a guy named Ray. I have no idea who Ray is, but Ray made a beautiful drip glaze piece. I don't see any chips or cracks or damage. I see a little bit of crazing on it, but I do not see any other damage to it. Let me see what it weighs. Right at about a pound. Let's hit restart. Let's see here. Let's fix his shipping. And just in case there's anybody new in the room, I want to let you guys know I do combine shipping. I do not charge you for shipping supplies, materials, any of that business. But you pay whatever the postal people charge to take it to you, and that's it. If there's any overage on the shipping cost, I will refund that to you. Just FYI. All right, starting at 14, running for 20 seconds. Ray's beautiful drip glaze, stoneware, art pottery vase. I thought this thing was so cool. But again, I'm a sucker for the drip glaze, guys. Show me a piece with drip glaze and I'm game usually. All right, let's run this little dish here. So I Google Lens this, and this is actually a Corel piece. There's no markings on the base, but it was, I think, probably the smallest portion out of a canister set, and it was like Spring Meadow or something, I think was the pattern name. And this is in perfect condition. Like, I don't even see wear to the design, and the seal is so good on it, you can barely get the dang thing off. Like, there's no dry rot or anything to the seal. It is no chips, no cracks. It's nice and clean on the interior. No wear to the design. No chips or cracks on the base. And I showed you guys the lid. No chips, cracks, or issues there. Or on the top. Let me come back a little bit. Maybe the light will be better. All right. Let's see what it weighs. All right, just over a pound. Let me get it set up. I know, I was meaning to go on yesterday. I think it was, hell, I think I was meaning to go on Friday, and stuff kept coming up. What am I doing here? We're editing the item. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. What was he at? Just over a pound. Okay, so we should be good. So good to see you though, Ladybug Cottage. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Small canister made by Corel. I want to say they called it Spring Meadow. Something Meadow. I think it was Spring Meadow though. It's in perfect condition. All right, set that guy there. What else do we have to run right up here? I had, let me grab another one of those metal pieces, BD, if you're still in here. This first one, I don't know if you would be into or not. This is Ford Midwest, and then there's a model number, I think, on here of AC-3, and then there's also a number 13 impressed on it. Now, I recently saw one of these over at the City Thrift in Waldo, and they wanted, I can't remember how much, but it was an outrageous amount. There's more fuzz. But I got this, I want to say, through an estate sale a really long time ago. And I feel like there was like a set of them. Like there was a few different cars, you know. But really cool. And the paint on it, I need to dust it for you. But as far as paint wear and stuff, I really don't see any. I mean, it looks to be, man, I thought I got all Theodore's hair off of there earlier. Apparently not. But it appears to be in really nice condition. Let me weigh him real quick. All right at about a pound. I think it's a pot metal, if you will, that's then casted into this shape. I think we're actually good. Okay. So starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. And what is this? Is this a Ford Model T? I actually saw one of these cars, if not something very similar to it. Two of them driving down the road. There must be a car show or something going on nearby. I think I was driving back from Belton the other day and saw a couple of them, and they were clean. They were nice looking. Like they still looked brand new, which I love. Okay, guys, this one here, I believe is made by Libby. It's not marked that I can tell anyway, but it's an ice blue octagonal shape. And to my knowledge, there's no chips or cracks. Let me double check it all. No chips or cracks that I feel on the lid at all. No chips or cracks on the dish or the foot of the dish. I believe it to be in perfect condition. It is a lidded, I'm going with candy jar. Like I said, that nice ice blue. I love the design of it. All right. Just under 2.5 pounds. Let's get a sit up here. There we go. All right. Update listing. Okay. Starting at $12. Running for 20 seconds. I love this dish. I mean, this would be good for, you know, a cotton ball jar or jewelry jar. I don't know. You could put whatever you wanted in here. I think the color, I'm attracted to blue glass, I think. TMCD, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me see here. That was number 2. Okay. Now, I want to run these Turkish plates with you guys. This one still has a little bit of a sticker residue I need to get off of it. There is crazing to this plate. I see a tiny flea bite right here. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get it to show it to you. Tiny flea bite right there. Well, sticker on my hand. Tiny flea bite there. These are old. They're hand painted. It's hard to read what's impressed on here, but it's something along the lines of made in Turkey. But that's a look at the back of it. And it has, this is some sort of, literally, it looks like electrical wire. Actually, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm assuming y'all would want me to run these in a set, and there's 3 of them. There was a 4th one, but I left it at the store. No, there was 2 more, but I left those because I think one had a crack and the other one, it had more damage. Now this one, I don't see any impressed marks on, but it is signed. So they're Turkish made pieces. Again, it's hand painted. This one here, I really don't even see crazing on it. It's possible there's some that I'm not seeing, but I really don't see any damage on here. It's just beautiful. Okay. Now for the big guy. I flippin' love that. And to me, he looks like a mix between a griffin and like a bird of paradise thing going on. I don't know. Let me look him over. But like I said, I'm assuming y'all, if I run these, you'd want me to run him, you know, as the set. Trying to see. I don't feel any chips or cracks or anything with it. I really don't see any crazing. Here's the back of it. This one, I don't think, if anything, I bet you maybe it had some kind of sticker there because it looks like there's some like old sticker mark. But very cool. And again, 100% hand painted. And you guys know me. I'm a sucker for the art pottery, you know. Stop it. All right. Let me see how much they weigh all together. Close to 6 pounds. They are not lightweight altogether, but I think they're worth running all together. I think it makes sense to run them all together. So what I say, 5, 6. So we'd want that, and they would need slightly little larger box because of that larger plate. That's at least a 12-inch in diameter plate. Okay. So I know the shipping is going to look a little higher on here for these. I know. My apologies, but I will pack them very well. All right, starting at $20. You have the smaller plate. It has crazing. Completely hand painted. And you have this one. They're all hand painted. No crazing, no chips, no cracks. The smaller one, I think, had flea bites on it. Okay, we ended. Let me set these to the side. All right, real quick, while we're on Turkish pottery, I wanted to, where did I put it? I put it up there? Where did I put you? Oh, I think that's it. No. Son of a gun. Oh. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. And I brought over this trinket box. Okay, so this one is from my most recent video. Now, I did find a tiny flea bite to the glaze right here that I, of course, didn't notice, but it's a pretty busy design, so honestly, I didn't see it when I was in the store. But as far as chips, cracks, all that stuff, she does have one to the back of it here, but it's hard to see, especially when you're looking at it from this way. So it's a dress. I'm going to go with that it's a trivet. I would assume that's what it is. But on the back, it says special handmade, and it's Emine, E-M-I-N-E. And then the last name is P as in Paul, E-H-L-I-U-A-N, and then Turkey, spelled the old-fashioned way. So it's a hand-painted, it's a mold-formed, I'm sure, piece, and then hand-painted design. But it's really cool. And I couldn't find really like comps or anything when I was trying to look it up. But when I just Googled the artist's name, I was able to find a few things about that particular artist. All right. Let me edit the shipping here. What is that? Just over 2. Okay. All right, guys. Starting at 18, running for 20 seconds. A little hand-painted, dress-shaped. I'm going to go with trivet. It technically has like this little hole thing that I suppose maybe you could hang it from if you wanted. All right. Let me wrap this back up. I think that's all I had Turkish pottery wise. Let me set these over here out of the way. Okay, let me grab that other metal piece that I was telling y'all about. Now, he's definitely vintage. I don't think he was marked with anything but Theodore's hair. They were sitting on the lower shelf downstairs in a box. So, you know. So he's definitely got some paint wear. I personally, for me, I kind of like the distressed look on it, but it's definitely something that you could, you know, remove the rest of the paint and repaint it and that kind of stuff. Again, I would say it's a pop metal. He's got a hanger back here. These look really cool hanging up in gardens and things like that. There's no damage to him outside of the paint wear. He's just a really cool piece. Let me weigh him real quick. All right, he's just shy. Oh, I know, Stormy. I know. And normally those are pieces that I would list, you know, but we're working on clearing things out. And so as I go out looking for things, I'm trying to I'm doing my best to rein in my natural reseller tendencies and, you know, get things that wowould be feasible more for live sale settings. But I couldn't resist those Turkish they're hand painted, you know, like I couldn't not. So my, you think it was a good pickup? I do too. And I do have a handful of things set aside that I will get listed online. Just right now, I'm trying to condense everything down as much as possible for reasons that a lot of y'all know about. And I'll talk to you guys more about that again in another video later on. But this guy here, starting at $14, running for 20 seconds. He is super cool. Is that an eagle, do you guys think? What kind of bird is that? It doesn't really look like an eagle, right? Don't eagles have like bigger birds? Hey, Peggy, how you doing? Good to see y'all. I love hanging out with y'all. It definitely helps. Believe it or not, it's kind of refreshing for me at the moment, you know. I know it probably should feel like work and everything, but it helps pull me away a little bit, you know. So let me grab a drink of water here. Ooh. Okay. What was this? Oh. Now I saw somebody, and I haven't had a chance to answer a lot of the comments, the most recent ones anyway, but I do see them because they pop across the top of my screen on my phone. So this is a signed art pottery piece, and somebody had left a comment asking if I thought she was holding something originally. And I know why you would think that. And it almost kind of does look like it. But when I'm looking at her hands, it doesn't look like there's anything that's been broken. The clay is the same color as the exterior. So, I mean, it just, while I understand because of the way she's holding her hands, it kind of looks like she maybe was, but I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced that she was. I think that's may just be the way they formed her hands. But look at her face, guys. Like they even incise little eyelashes. Her hair is like spaghetti. you know, style. The exterior of her dress has kind of this like grittiness stuff going on. I love her hat. I don't recall, let me look her over really good, but I don't recall seeing any damage to her. And I'll show you the signature on her here in a second. Yeah, I don't see any chips, cracks, crazings, or any issues. But she is signed back here on the back. I don't know. I honestly can't make out the signature. I don't know if it's any artist that y'all are familiar with, but she's freaking cool. I thought she was beautiful. And she stands right at about 12 inches tall. Let me weigh her. She's right at about 1.5 pounds. All right, let me get us set up. Her dress is like a real soft pink color. What did she weigh? About 1.5 pounds. Let's fix her shipping. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me back up. The light above doesn't help, and then I think the iPad tries to adjust the lighting on its own, and so it makes it difficult with glossy things especially. But can you see the color a little bit better now, TMCD? It's like a real soft pale pink. All right, starting at 18, running for 20 seconds. Art Pottery signed, lady in a dress. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I love the artistry with her. Like I said, you look at the close-up of her face. I just love that. All right. Well, maybe next time, sister. Let me wrap her back up. I definitely don't want anything bad to happen to her. No bad things to her. She's too cool. Okay, so this is a little hand-painted trinket box. Where did I pick this up? Was this at Savers? I think this might have been at Savers, maybe. There's the interior. This looks like it is like applied, like liner paper, you know. But the exterior is entirely hand-painted. The hinges are in perfect shape. The paint is in perfect shape. And then now it is smudged, but it's signed on the bottom, Pat something, and it says 82. So it does have a little bit of age to it. And like I said, it's in perfect condition. Let me weigh it. Can't weigh much. Yeah, a little less than 0.5 pound. All right, let me get us set up again. Fix her shipping. Let's see. Let's do. There we go. I don't know that there's much. No, not really. Not much difference. Postage price wise between a 12 by 8 by 10 and an 11 by 8 by 6, but nonetheless, whatever. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Oh, yeah, and I should mention, it does kind of look dovetailed. It is dovetailed on the sides. Ha ha ha, I'm so observant. All right, let's set that here. What else do I have right here that we have not ran yet? Let's run this one real quick. This I picked up just the other day at the Olathe Goodwill, and typically with the vintage and antique hand-painted porcelain pieces like the decorative plates and stuff, when I first started resell, I have hair on my nose, guys. That's why I keep itching it. So I'm sorry. I think it's all the hair coming off of like the pieces from Theodore. But I like the decorative plates and everything. They're gorgeous. I love them. And when I first started reselling, I would pick them up all the time because it's not that they don't sell, and it's not that some of them aren't worth good money, especially depending on the artist and you know, some other factors. There are some that can sell for really good money, but in general, your average ones, for me at least, tend to sit for a long time before they sell, and they tend not to be terribly high dollar value. It depends on the artist. It depends on the quality of the painting. Hand painted versus transfer print makes a big difference a lot in the value and stuff. So if y'all thought I lost my mind when I went ahead and got this, I guess it'd be a rose bowl porcelain piece. This is entirely hand painted. It's in perfect condition. It's a 3-footed piece. The porcelain itself isn't marked, but they have 3 little felt feet on the bottom. It is hand signed here, Joanne 76. But I couldn't leave it, you guys. It was just too pretty. Too pretty. Let me weigh it real quick. All right, just over a pound. Let me get us restarted here. Edit item. Let's fix this shipping real quick. Oh, come on, you silly thing. There we are. Do. Update listing. Okay. I think we're good now. I'm not sure what kind of flowers these are. They're beautiful flowers, though. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Gorgeous 3-footed porcelain, hand-painted by Joanne in 1976. Rose bowl. I'm going with rose bowl. I suppose you could call it a cash pot, but I'm going with rose bowl. All right. That thing is beautiful. Okay. What else did I have down here? Oh. Now I picked up this piece here, and I want to go ahead and run it because I feel like holiday season wise, especially, you know, this is probably a good time to run him. He has a few, you know, minor like dings, like right there where if it was me, I would just put a little Old English on it, call it a day. I think it would be fine. The back of it, because it's otherwise in really great condition. It's bilateral handles, and this is all, I'll just say incised. I can't remember. Is there a better term for that when it's on wood than incised? But I think these are cardinals. Let's see here, about 1.5 pounds. Restart. And hey, Peggy and Melissa over on the YouTube side. All right. What I say was about 1.5 pounds. Okay. Let's fix this shipping real quick. Done. Update. Okay. Starting at $12. Start auction. Running for 20 seconds. Little cardinal with some pine cones. Octagonal wood tray. Bilateral handles. Really great condition. A couple minor scratches to the wood there as such. But a beautiful piece. All right, TMCD, thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's see, what is that? Number 3. Okay. And I'm still loving my painter's tape. It's working out great. Did I have anything else up here that was brand new? I don't think so. Okay. What was down here? Oh. Okay, let me lay my lady there. Oh, good golly almighty. Okay, so now these plates, I know, were originally sold at Home Goods, and I know that because there's evidence of the sticker there. But these are really frickin' pretty, and they're matching, only one's square and one's circular. But there's no damage to them. Let me double check them. I don't want to lie to you. There's no chips, cracks. I see no crazing. No chips, cracks, no crazing. Okay, so they look like they're in great condition. So it's for the pair of them. Decorative little plates here. Let me grab that piece of foam again. Let me weigh them real quick. All right, a little less than 3 pounds. I know, BD. I thought that tray was so cool. I had to pick it up. Let's see here. Let's fix that shipping. Okay, update listing. All right. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Matching pair of ceramic plates. And I guess they're by this Rocher company. I'm not familiar with it. Oh, yeah. One thing I found hysterical is there's this little sticker on the back that says, items may get hot in microwave. Please handle with care. Did you guys know that the microwave heats things up? I didn't. That was news to me. Thank God they put a sticker on there. I never would have figured that out. All right, TMC Kinley, thank you very much. Congratulations. Let me mark these real quick. What was that? Number 4. I just always think it's so funny when I find stickers like that, warning labels like that on things. Like, you don't say. Really. Number 4. And all right, got it marked. Set these guys over here. Any wood items? I'm actually getting ready to run a wood box. It's a large box though, and it's a jewelry box. I picked this one up. Rami loved it. He might be mad at me for selling it. I don't know. But this was a really cool box that I had found at the Overland Park Goodwill, and I didn't pick it up the first time I saw it. And I think it was the next time I went back, and which had been like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. I remember being very shocked that it was still there because, well, you'll see why. This is one of these like intricately carved scenes, you know, and it is in really nice shape. It's a jewelry box. There's the base of it for you. It's definitely got a little bit of age to it. Let me open it up. All right, so I'll wipe down the mirror for you. It's got a little mirror there, and then it has this little tray, and the tray, this piece lifts up out of it, so you don't necessarily have to use that little divider piece. But the inside of it overall looks pretty good. I did notice there's a little ding to the material right there. But other than that, the interior looked pretty darn good. Like the overall condition of this is beautiful. Stunningly beautiful. Let me weigh it. All right, about 3.5 pounds. Let me get us all geared up here. Do, 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 do. Okay, update listing. All right. So I'm not positive where this was made. I feel like saying maybe the Philippines or something along those lines is probably appropriate. Starting at $18, running for 20 seconds. Gorgeous vintage jewelry box. Mirror, little organizer tray. But I love the scene on the exterior of it. All right, let me set this guy down. Now, other wood items I have. Are you interested in this piece here? It's a little tall. I don't think this part doesn't unscrew. So I gotta account for that. It's right under 14 inches tall. But it also has a drawer, and the drawer is in perfect condition all the way around. I don't know how old this piece is, but I love this design. I know I love that jewelry box. As far as I can tell, the interior of this, I mean, the whole thing looks to be in excellent condition. I don't think there was any stickers or anything on the base, but let me weigh it real quick. All right about 2.5 pounds. Restart, edit. And let's fix the shipping. I do want to remind everybody again that I do combined shipping and I refund you for any overage. I do not charge you for boxes, shipping supplies, any of that stuff. It's just whatever the postal people charge to physically take it to you. I just want to let you guys know. All right, starting at $16, running for 20 seconds. I mean, you could maybe make a way to hang it on the wall. You could get creative, but technically, no, there's no hanger. If you wanted to, though, that's what I would do, is get those little, like, picture hanger things that you can screw into the back of it, and you could definitely hang it on the wall. All right. Here, we'll just make this my wood box. Here, since we're doing wood at the moment, why don't we... Let me pull this off. I want to make sure there's nothing wrong with it underneath that sticker. There shouldn't be. Okay, yeah, we're good. I just thought, oh, I better make sure. I think we've ran this before, and I feel like this was probably out of somebody's sewing room or something. And the reason I say that is because there's like this remnant of fabric that's still adhered. Now you can get this off if you want to. And there's a little bit of like old newspaper right here. I don't know what was going on the back side of this, but it's a little organizer. This you can hang from the wall. It comes ready. And these are like little decals, these mice, including down here. And then it's like lacquered over them. So there's no peeling or wear or anything to it. The whole box, even the interior here, is lacquered. And there's the base of it for you. Let me weigh it real quick. It's a cute, like, little recipe card holder, that kind of thing. Restart auction. It's just under £1. So let me fix this bad boy up here. Update listing. Okay. All right, starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. An adorable little mouse themed whatever holder you want it to be. I think it would almost kind of look cool with a plant. I'm always wanting to put plants in things, though. I think maybe I have a fascination with plants, I guess. I don't know. All right, let me set it down over here. Let's see. One other wood thing I had handy, we'll run real quick, is this piece here, and you hang from the wall. Here's the back side. There's the underside. It still has the sticker from the import company, handcrafted in Japan, Lobeco, Lobeco, which I believe would have been the import company. But it is adorable. So I think this is for those old ration books, you know, with the green stamps and stuff, and you'd stick your books up here. And then down here it says stamps. And this is all gold stenciled on, stencil painted on. These are little metal stars, you know. And you lift the lid and I'll show you. There's no damage to the interior of it or anything. It looks to be pretty good shape. It's got a few little dings here and there to the wood, I suppose, to be expected with its age. Let's see. And it's just under £1. Okay, we should actually be good. All right, starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. I really like this piece. I think it's cute. I think you could use it for whatever, but it's definitely a little vintage piece of history. I've never come across one of these in the wild before. Not one for this specific reason, you know, like for the old ration books and stuff. I think it's cool. All right, little mama, congratulations. Thank you very much. What was that? Number 5. It is cool. I think I found that one over at City Thrift in Overland Park. Number 5. And little mama. Okay. Now I am going to bring out the sorbet, the Tiffin sorbet cups. Sadly, there were only 3 of them. I know, I'm as mad as you are, but they're in perfect condition. So there's that for them. And I will show you their special feature just in case you're not aware of it. When Rami was here for the sale where I had the tumbler versions of these, he was not aware of their special feature. So, hold on. Like, I literally don't even know that we need to turn out the lights to do this because the glow is insane on these. They glow like the dickens. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I almost fell over when I saw them. Where was I? City Thrift at Overland Park, believe it or not. Let me weigh them real quick. All right, just over 3 pounds. Okay, guys. Oh, I got to hit update listing. There we go. All right, starting at $18. These are referred to as sorbet cups, but I think they're gorgeous and they glow. I'll wash them for you. I'll make sure they're clean. Man, do I wish I'd have found a fourth one when I was there. But that's how it goes sometimes. All right, little mama, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me mark these real quick. And BD, did you see this little trinket box? It's wood. Were you interested? And it's signed. Were you interested in that? Number 6. Because I ran that, but I'm happy to run it again. If you want me to. Not really. Okay, no worries. I was just thinking, oh, that's wood. I'm sure I've got wood something or other over here too, but we'll get through it. We'll make our way through it. Oh, girl, you want wood? Here. I'm going to run this whether you want it or not. This is that Live Edge little trinket jar. It reminds me more of like a humidor, to be honest with you. But it's not like the seal on it, I don't think would be tight enough to technically be considered a humidor. It's not marked, but it is definitely a hand-turned piece, hand-worked piece. It's not signed anywhere that I have found. I have no idea, but it is super stinking cool. And I cannot for the life of me remember where I found that at. Something tells me it might have been Red Racks maybe, but don't quote me on that. I just think it's really cool. What's he weigh? About a half pound. All right. Update listing. Okay. So, Live Edge little, we'll just go with trinket jar. But I had never seen one like this before. I thought it was neat. I wish whoever made it, like it was marked with whatever company or artist or whatever. I wish that, but it is what it is. All right. Set that guy there. Okay. Now, oh, I still need to dust you off, my friend. But let's run our fox again. This is the little red mill piece. He is like a, not plaster, I would almost say more like a hydrostone sort of resin material. He still has his red mill manufacturing sticker on the base there, if you can see it. And he still has a couple of his felt feet left, but a couple of them are gone. But he has no damage to him other than being dusty. And I will remove the dust before I send him out. Unless you want the dust, just let me know. I'm happy to give it to you. Let me restart. Oh, what do you weigh, little dude? Edit item. Just over half a pound. Okay, we should be good. All right. He is adorable. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Little red mill fox. Oh, yeah, and he's marked on his rear end back here with red mill copyright 88. So he's got a little age to him. I'm older than he is, but we won't talk about that. All right, what else did I have that we wanted to run? Oh, I wanted to run this. This is one of those vases. Okay, and you guys have sometimes asked me about removing marks. And if you saw that video where I found a similar vase to this, only it was less painted, more of the white ceramic portion of it was the body of it. So like this part here, the Pueblo buildings, those are glazed, but the rest of it is bisque. It's literally just painted directly onto the clay. And then it's got the gold lining on here. I can't remember the company that makes these, but here's the top of it. There's no damage to this piece, but what I was getting at was when they write on stuff like this with that grease pen or grease marker, even the dry erase marker, in my experience, it just turns it into a blob. It doesn't really take away the mark, and it also often removes the paint. And so that's like one of the worst things the thrift stores can do to those kinds of pieces. It's very difficult. I don't even honestly know if it's possible, really, to fully remove the marks like that. A sticker is one thing. All right, it's just under a pound. Let me hit restart. But I love those pieces. I think they're gorgeous. And just under a pound, we should be good. All right. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Very Southwest style. And I can't help myself when I find these. And they're in good condition. I have another one somewhere back here that I think is even signed. Like mother, like daughter, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me get this marked here. I'll be sure to write on it with permanent marker for you. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. Number 7. Nope. But I am putting a piece of painter's tape on the base. All right. Got it marked and set aside for you. Go by Ellie. Okay. Yeah. Let me add that actually to the sticker. Oh, I don't know why I put my marker over there. The vase goes over there. Okay, let me see what else we got going on. Those we ran. What other... Was that it for the new stuff that I've gotten? This is all that black octagonal glass. I know. We need to run our Italian wiener dog again. This dude is adorable. And if I remember correctly, I think he's like a terracotta clay, and he's marked Italy on the back. But I don't believe he had any damage to him. Let me check him out. He's got a little glaze skip on the end of his tail, but not chip or crack. Nope, he looks good. I don't even see crazing in him. He's hand painted. I believe he's a spoon rest. Did I have another one? Yeah, somewhere. It's somewhere. I could try to dig around for it. I'm not positive which box it's in. Hence the purging the dining room thing. But so I think this dude's a spoon rest, and whoever had him had this like zip tie thing here that I'm guessing that's what they used to hang him from, which I personally don't find to be very decorative, but you know, it is what it is. What does he weigh? Just under a pound. I'll try and look for it. And then if I don't see it tonight, I will hunt for it and bring it into the next one. I do know I have those little cow skull things. What's he weigh? Just under a pound. He'd probably fit in that box. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds, Italian pottery, hand-painted wiener dog. I'm going with spoon rest. He is adorable. And he's damage-free. He does need to be cleaned, and I'll clean him for you. All right. I don't know. Oh, for a minute I thought that was his tongue sticking out, but I think they were just trying to paint the side of his mouth. Where did I put his paper? Here we are. Okay. Set you there. That's that black bowl. Okay. I'm going to try to run these Hager bases again. I need to finish getting the sticker off of this one, but this is that Hager vase. And I know it's Hager one because the other pieces I got that match this or, are similar in glaze and everything are marked still with their original sticker, but also through Google Lens research, it is damage free. It needs to be dusted. It needs to be cleaned. Still has the 3 green felt feet, but yeah, no damage to the piece. I love this design to it. It is gorgeous. Let me see here, about 2.5 pounds. Let's get it set up. We'll just update his shipping. All right, update listing. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Gorgeous. I'm going to go with like a copper brass metallic glaze. Damage-free Hager vase. I believe from the late 90s or early 2000s. At least the other 2 similar pieces are dated early 2000s. All right. What else did we have in this one? Oh. I don't think we've ran these plates before. I can't remember where they were made. Italy. Made in Italy. I think I got these at the Salvation Army. Sticker residue, dang it. Okay. Well, I'll finish getting that off. It just looks like a smudge for now. Yeah, it says hand painted, made in Italy. They do have crazing. I would refer to these probably more as decorative plates. It is a set of 2 matching plates. Here's the back of them. Outside of the crazing, let me check it over. I do see 1 tiny flea bite to the glaze right there. Italian pottery, I often find flea bites and stuff on. Usually not major, but crazing and flea bites on Italian pottery. I don't know. I typically find that. Let me see what they weigh. But they're hand painted, like a sponge wear sort of thing. Just shy of 2 pounds. Come on, edit. Open up. There we go. Did you do it? Yeah, you did it. Okay. And 2 pounds. Let's fix his shipping. All right, update listing. Okay, so starting for $10, running for 20 seconds. For the set of hand-painted Italian ceramic decorative plates, They both have crazing. One has a tiny flea bite to the glaze on the rim. Otherwise, no damage. They are just beautiful. All right. Okay. Now, BD, I do still have a couple other brass pieces here. I don't know if you're still in the room or not, but I'm going to show them to you and hope you're still in the room. Made in India, and it says for decorative purpose only, not for food use. Brass pitcher. I wonder how well we can see down in here. This one has like purple paint stuff down in there too. I wonder if people used it as like a flower pot or something, and that was part of like adhesive, you know, for like the foamy things that you'll stick down in there. I wonder if that's what that was from. It's dusty. I'll clean it up the best I can for you. But really cool piece. Definitely has a little bit of age to it. A little bit less than 2 pounds. Edit item. Okay, we should be good. All right. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Brass pitcher, made in India. I love this wide lip on here. I think that looks cool. And I do think this would look really cool as like a planter, you know, like I could see like an ivy plant or something like that flowing out of it. All right, set you over there. Okay, now the other little brass piece that I had, which actually is pretty weighty. Let me weigh it. Just over 1.5 pounds in weight. Spout is in good condition. It is brass. It is not marked on the bottom. Interior of the lid. Hinge is in good condition. And you can see the interior there. Just a cool, I would still go with decorative teapot, but nonetheless, really cool. And what did I say? It was just over 1.5 pounds? Yeah, okay. Let me restart us. Edit. Okay. I think we're actually good. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Brass teapot with a hinged lid. Definitely has some age to it. How much, I don't know. But really pretty. All right. Stick that guy over there. What else did I have that was pretty new? And you had also asked about art and stuff. Let me see here. I have these ones. BD, was it you that asked me about the art? I want to go grab that poster. I'm curious. I imagine a few of y'all might be interested in it because it is a really cool piece. Let me go grab it while we wait. Okay. Something critical just happened. And we're going to discover it together. I've had this piece for a very long time. And as I was picking it up, I had it sitting on the ground like this. And this was Obviously, you can tell not damaged. It was in the frame, but the back came loose. And as I was lifting it up, I started to see something underneath. I have never taken this out of the frame. So let me move these. All right, hold on. I'm going to slide this back down in here for a minute. Now that piece behind there, it could be nothing. I don't know. But the frame is a POS, which is why I was telling you, like with posters, I'm comfortable rolling those up and putting them in like the like tough cardboard tubes, you know. But this is the poster, and let's see. I think it's, I mean, I'm sure it's a reproduction of, I bet you these are all larger posters originally. I know this piece does have some age to it, but how much, I don't know. There's more information towards the bottom of it, so let me pull it up. Okay. Stay. All right. There's the top. Okay, so the bottom of it says, oh, wow, it's a little newer than I expected. 2000 Portal Publications, published and distributed, Portal Publications, Nevada, California. And then over here it says ARV 917 litho in USA. And that is what it looks like. That's probably 3 feet long or so. All right. So I'm going to run that poster first. And then I can already tell that this piece has some damage to it, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something crazy. Let's see. I need to edit item. And let's fix the shipping here. We'll leave it like that. I can't really account for a tube on here. Okay, update listing. All right, so we're going to start the auction at 16, running for 20 seconds for this print. Let me make sure you guys can see it. The print itself is in very, very, very good condition. All right, now we're going to look at whatever this is. I don't know what is going on. Okay. I don't think this is anything anybody's going to be interested in buying, but this looks like it's some sort of thin canvas. Where's my loop? It's definitely a print. Okay. That may have been less exciting than I was anticipating, but I definitely didn't expect to find this. That is wild. Okay. Well, here, I can still, at the very least, lay this on top of it and keep that nice and together. Okay. Oh, I grabbed another art piece. Now, this one is old, and it's not in great condition. The frame certainly is not in great condition. This is very old. I got this out of a barn I know. I know. Well, I didn't know about Van Gogh, but I really thought, oh my God, what did we just find back here? I love that. I had a picture I had bought at the Goodwill a few years back now, and I had taken the back of it off so I could clean the glass and all that stuff on it. And when I removed the back of it very carefully, I found that there was newspaper in there, and I think it was from 1904. And it was like most of the newspaper that they had backed this artwork with. It was crazy. And I don't know that the newspaper, carried like super great value. Of course, it was kind of brittle and stuff like that. But that's part of what I love about reselling and stuff. And the treasure hunt, if you will, is you just never know what you're going to find, what's hidden behind artwork and things like that. You just never know. So this piece here is an original, I think, what would you call it? Lithography. Am I thinking of that right? I mean, it's definitely a print, but it's a very, very old one. I think that's what it is. It's a really old print with like watercolor tinting to it, if you can tell. E. Squigburna. And I can't tell entirely what it all says down here, guys. But anyways, it's a beautiful scene. And as you can tell from the frame, it is quite old. I think this cardboard piece I replaced. I don't think the backing of it was good anymore. Those are the original little nails that were with it, though, that I put back on there. Because I think the back of it was pretty damaged. But if you're interested in this print, I love these birchwood trees and stuff. This is just, I mean, the frame itself, outside of being chipped up, the wood is still in good condition, So if you're into the kind of distressed look and stuff, I think it's cool. I can't weigh that much. No, a little less than a pound. All right. So I don't know if anybody would be interested in this or not, but I brought it over, so we're going to run it. Okay. So starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Very cool. Old, I believe, litho print. And like I said, it's got some sort of signature kind of thing going on down here, but I'm not sure. I love these old pieces, though, with the watercoloring added into it. I just think they're beautiful. And they're irreplaceable. All right, TMC Kinley, thank you very much. Congratulations. This piece definitely has some age. I would put money on it that it's pre-1900 at least. What was that? Number 8. And let me make sure I'm writing down the right name. Oh my God. I keep trying to write October 25th. Something's going to happen on October 25th, y'all, because that's what I keep trying to write. There you go. There's your fortune telling for the night. Something must be in the works. I don't know. It is beautiful. It's old. It's got its issues, but it's, like I said, it's one of those things that's kind of like irreplaceable, because we're rounding up on Christmas time, I picked this piece up. This is a Villeroy and Bach piece. Let me see if I can read the other side. Christmas Joy is what this is called. And I pulled her out of the box the last time we ran her. There's no damage to this piece at all. It still has the original hanger and obviously the original box. Really cool little Christmas ornament. And I don't think she weighed very much. A little less than half a pound. Duplicate. And hopefully my YouTube still going. It looks like it. Last time it stopped randomly. It had a glitch. I don't know. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Vilroy and Bach, called Christmas Joy. It's a little girl with her, I'm assuming the doll she probably got for Christmas. She's in perfect condition, original box. I honestly didn't know that Vilroy and Bach made Christmas ornaments until I came across this piece. What are these? Oh, those are those mugs we've ran. Let me see here. What are those? Okay. Here, why don't we do a little bit of ephemera stuff? Let's start with this one. This is still new in the packaging. I have not opened this. It is a little photo album. I think it said somewhere on here. It's Lucy Bear's Happiness is Being a Grandma. Holds 20 prints up to 3.5 by 5 inches. Made in USA. But there's the cover of it. Like I said, it's never been taken out of, you know, whatever packaging this is. Let me weigh that. A little less than half a pound. Did we want to restart? Fancy lady, we're here. Okay, good. Let me fix that. All right. Okay. Starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. Cute little photo album. Happiness is Being a Grandma. I think this would be cute. Anybody out there who's currently expecting, this would be a good way to let grandma know, well, that she's about to be a grandma. All right, you guys. I want to run some more ephemera stuff. I ran these the other night, and these are just too cool. I agree. I can't remember who mentioned it. That this is probably from 1866, because on the back here, it looks like it says 1966, but I if that is what that says, it's probably that's when they had it in a thrift store or something. I don't know. But this photograph, I would put money on the fact that just based on the, it's not cardboard. I can't remember what they called this, but it's like this board, you know, and then the photograph is adhered to it. The photographer's business name is on here. It was Brandon in Clyde, Kansas. And the dude holding the magazine, I think it says Whispers Magazine, which I'm not familiar with. But everybody looks really happy to be there, as usual, in these older you know, photographs and whatnot. But this is really cool and in overall really great condition. It can't weigh more than an ounce. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Restart auction. But I can't put pieces like that in the trash. I just can't do it. All right. Starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. Hello, the peanut farmer's wife. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a good night, good Sunday night. My gosh. I'm doing pretty good. I'm honestly doing better since starting the sale. It's been a day. Okay. These other pieces here are little, I think they called them stereograph cards. You had that little, it was usually made of wood, you know, it kind of looked like binoculars, and you would slide this in it and look at it, and it would, the optical illusion would bring the picture into one, you know. So this is of Coke ovens, number 60. It's not marked with who made it or anything like that, but it shows the trains and some of the old Coke ovens there. Where'd the other ones go? Here we go. This one here is cute. Picturesque America, Gates Brothers, Chicago, number 2527. It was called Happy Days of Childhood. And it is adorable. It's a little kid holding a doll and an umbrella. Oh, and there's a parrot if you missed it. It's kind of hidden in there. So there's a total of 4 of these, and I'm doing them all as the set of 4. This one here, again, is not marked with who made it, but it's number 78, Good Friends. And it's a little girl sitting with her pug on her bed, happy as can be. And then this one, again, is Picturesque America, Gates Brothers, Chicago. It was number 2374, Grinding the Kids' Pants. And so if you notice, the little fella here has his rear end on the grindstone, and the little girls are, well, I guess we'll just say being mean. What I find interesting about this is there's another child like peeking out of the doorway here. It's a very interesting photograph, to say the least, you know? So anyway, the set of 4 of these, I imagine cannot weigh much. Yep, just a couple ounces. Restart auction. We should be good. What I have that at? Yeah, we should be good. All right. So I got these in an antique store. I think it's technically in Lewisburg. It's kind of a hidden away one. Can't think of the name of it. It's not Pirate's Treasure. I'll have to find it and think, and I'll have to go back over there. I did actually a video in this antique store. I don't remember if it's when I bought these ones, but starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. The set of 4 little, I think that's what they're called, stereograph cards. All right. Okay. Now on these ones, this really isn't a good time of year to do them, but okay. I think these ones were used. Okay, so this one, I don't know if anybody's interested in Valentine's Day ephemera, antique ephemera especially. I don't know what that says on there, but anyway, here's the back of it. So it's one of these debossed pieces. And then there's this little one, To My Valentine. And there's the other side of it. I don't think it opens. I usually put these kinds of things in little sleeves and stuff. Oh, it does open. Let's see if I can open it. Oh, how adorable. Okay. To George. Oh my gosh. It says to George and Russell, but then they marked out Russell. So Russell must have done something naughty. It's from Audrey Ellington. Valentine's greetings. I'll dog your footsteps, Valentine, as faithful as can be until you shake the others and settle down to me. Wow, that's a mouthful. Anyway, so that is a used one. I find that hysterical that Russell's name is is marked out. I want to know what Russell did. That is hysterical. Okay, so now these two are blank ones. Let's see. I don't think this one opens, but I said that on the last one, so let me double check. No, this is just a flat card. This is a Hallmark card. And it is, as far as I can tell, in excellent condition. It's got cute little Dalmatians on it. And here's the back. And then this one, it is technically a folding card, but it was never used. There's the back of it. And here's the front. What does it say? You're swell, Valentine. Oh, and it's Hallmark too. Little Hallmark mark down there. So I would say we can run all these together as a little set. I don't know who would be interested in these, but I think they're super cool. So who knows? I think we are probably good. Okay, yeah. All right. Starting at $6, running for 20 seconds. Got blank one, and this isn't the other blank one. And let's see. Oh, wait. There were some additional ones here, too. They look like they're blank. All right. Okay, now, how did I miss these? I don't know. But now let's at least look at them. Okay, so this one here said Valentine B, like as in Bumblebee, B-E-E. Believe me, you're a honey. Made in USA 760/11. And it was blank. And then this one, well, he's a gentleman, isn't he? Made in USA. If you would care to leave a message, I'm listening, dear. That's hysterical. All right. We'll run all these again at a future date. Let me just get them all back in a thing together here. Get in there. Okay. All right. What else did we have? I think, oh, those were some advertisement pieces. What was this? Oh, those are those cups. We ran those. I had some other cups. I don't know. Let's run this vase again, though. I love this vase. This I picked up at Savers. It still has a little sticker residue. I'll finish getting that off. It is signed. I'm not sure. I think that's K-U-T-I, but I'm not positive. And that looks like it probably says 96 to me, but it could be 76. I'm not positive. I'm not positive on anything. But what I am positive about is how beautiful it is. There is a tiny bit of crazing on it. Where is it at? There was like one craze mark, I think right here. Can you guys see it? This one craze mark. It's not a crack. It's not running down through there. There's dirt down there, and I'll get that out. But it's a beautiful, beautiful signed vase. All right, about half a pound. Let's restart. Edit item. Okay, update listing. Okay. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. And then we've been going for about 2 hours, so I don't know. I'll try to find one more thing and we'll run it. And then we'll call it a night. And we'll see who's live right now to go raid. All right. Set that there. What else did we want to do? Oh, hell, Let's end the night with a bang. This is that gorgeous Raku pottery piece. Let me pull this off. I want to make sure there's no damage underneath there. Aha, there was. Okay. So, glad I did that. Tiny chip to the glaze there. No damage to the ceramic. Signed Raku piece. Super beautiful. It's even glazed on the interior with a shiny metallic. Oh, that sucks about the glaze on the lid, but it's otherwise in perfect condition. Let me weigh it real quick. All right, 2 pounds. Let's restart here. Edit item. Let me just fix the shipping. Okay, update listing. All right, signed Raku piece, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Raku piece with a lid, obviously a little glaze chip. Wasn't aware of that before. The things you don't know. All right, guys. We will call it a night unless there's anything anybody's interested in that you want me to run or rerun or see if I have. Maybe, maybe not. All right, let's see who we can raid. And then I'll probably be back on, what is today? Sunday. I'll probably be back on Tuesday at 6:30, guys. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. You have no idea. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys, and it lightened up my day, my evening. So I appreciate it. Let's go see who we can bombard here. I think we did flipping van life recently, didn't we? I don't know. Let's do Robin's Nest. It's a Bengal bonanza, it says. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I will see y'all Tuesday.